Hi, do you have those eye bags, puffy eyes, and those eye wrinkles? Are you 40, 50 and above? Well, in today's video, we're going to do a really great fascia release for around the eyes and also removing toxins and waste by doing some light lymphatic drainage massage for under the eyes. I'm Ali and I'm really here and passionate to help you on your skincare journey. So first things first, you want to start off with clean skin, obviously clean fingers. And it's really important to use a face cream, a facial oil, or even a eye cream, just something so we've got a slip and glide. Now, again, I have my nourishing facial oil here. Now, when you apply any product around the eyes, you want to first of all place it into the fingers and warm it through. Now, where the bone is by the eye underneath, you just want to tap literally where the bone is, because whatever product we apply under our eyes is literally going to draw up like blotting paper. So you don't need to go too high up. It's just very gently, first of all, tapping under the eyes. And I like to just do a very gentle tap in an outwards motion. And you can use all of your fingers here, but obviously if you are heavy-handed, you can just use your ring finger, as we do have a lighter touch. And we're just getting blood flow and oxygen to the area. Okay, moving outwards, and then just applying just above the eyebrows. Again, just another little tapping the oil in, and then just on the forehead area. And then the temples, and then just tapping in the front of the ears and then behind the ears, and also getting the lymphatics going as well. And then just down the big SCM muscle down to the collarbone here. So starting with the ring finger, we're just placing it between our eyes here, and we're just gently going to massage in a round circular motion. Nice and gentle one way, and then the other way. Particularly if you have those frown lines between the eyes, this will just soften everything up, making sure the rest of the face is nice and relaxed. And then just gently glide under the eyes where that bone is again, towards the temples. Again, removing toxins and waste in an outwards motion, which will also help with those sorts of puffiness under the eyes. And then just above the eyebrows. And then placing our hand where our cheekbone is, and then taking as an anchor, literally, taking the other fingers. Let's just do a little bit of feathering motion for those potential smile lines by the side of the eyes and those crow's feet. This is just a really nice, gentle massage, particularly as we get older and we start to lose collagen and elastin. So you don't want to be dragging or pulling at the skin here. So the skin around the eye is very delicate. And then on the other side, fingers literally as an anchor where the bone is, taking the other fingers, just gently with the pads of the fingers, moving an upwards motion. Nice, gentle feathering massage. And you can do these once or twice a day, obviously depending how much time you have. If you want to spend more time on a certain area, please feel free to do so. So once we've done that, let's just work that out again with our ring finger. We're now going to get going and working on some deep fascia work. So if the fascia on our scalp and our forehead is tight, it pulls everything down. The same with the temples. If the fascia is tight on the temples, it pulls everything in. And that's when you get those slightly deeper lines and wrinkles. So we want to release that fascia. So first of all, we're going to start above the eyebrows, and then we're going to go to the temple area. So placing again one hand onto the eyebrow, just for an anchor, and then we're going to take our other hand, make a hook, and then we're very gently working our way from the eyebrow all the way along towards the hairline. Now, this is a light to medium touch, and we're not stretching the skin. We're just really helping with any fascia here. So again, by placing and holding, and just gently moving along, unsticking any tight fascia here, which may be on the bone. Heading towards the hairline. We'll also be double bubbling in a way, because you'll be helping with those fine lines and wrinkles, if you have any, on your forehead area. And then just between the eyes, again, really slow and mindful. Now, it may be a good idea to do this in the mirror as well, so you can see what you're doing. And again, you don't want to be scrunching up the eyes. So again, hand as an anchor on the other forehead, and then just take your knuckles. You could do 2 or 3, but I like to just do 1 at a time. And then just gently, light but firm, work all the way along the forehead towards the hairline. I like to give it a little wriggle at the end as well once we're at the hairline sometimes. Just helps with the lymphatics. And if you go slightly pinky, that's fine. That's just blood flow. And all the way along. And then one last time. Just slow and mindful, releasing any of that tight fascia. And then we just want to take our fingers, and where our hairline is, you just want to just move the scalp with the pads of the fingers. Again, releasing any tight fascia here. And then just work in the opposite direction, backwards and forwards. And then with the ring finger, just glide it under the eyes and above the eyebrows, releasing any tension here. So let's do a little bit of fascia work again now on the temple area. So again, I'm placing my hand onto my cheekbone area here, taking my knuckles, or you can take 1 knuckle, and then very gently gliding all the way along from that cheekbone past the eyebrow towards the hairline. And we just do this a couple of times. This is a lighter touch than the previous touch. But again, we're just moving any tightness. And then on the other side, again, hand as an anchor, fingers in a hook. I'm just coming along a little bit lighter this time towards the hairline from the temple, kind of from that temple area there. And then just massage again once you get to that hairline, and then taking our fingers, making a sort of like a side by side, and then you just want to go into like a zigzag motion. Again, lots of different directions from those potential crow's feet. Loosen any tight fascia around this area. And then on the other side. And then between the eyebrows, working in an upwards motion. Again, releasing any tight fascia. And this is a light to medium touch. We're then going from the eyebrow, again, working in an upwards motion towards that hairline. And on the other side. Remembering to keep the face nice and relaxed. And then again with the ring finger, just gliding it out above the eyebrows and then under the eyes where the bone is. And then between the eyes here, just under the eyebrows, very fine, light, delicate touch here. Again, this will really help with any puffiness under the eyes. And then just massaging the temples here, nice round circular motion, calming down the nervous system. In this case, you can also take a couple of deep belly breaths, nice and gentle, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, just the other direction. And then with one hand at a time, just gliding down from the temple down to the side of the ear, where we have plenty of lymph nodes, and then behind the ear, where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then on the other side, from the temple to the front of the ear, and then behind the ear. And then with one hand at a time, we're just gliding down that big SCM muscle down to the collarbone. And then with the other hand. And then for a final lymphatic drainage release from the chin all the way down where our collarbone is, just above we've got some indentations, and if you can just give those a few gentle presses, this will release all the toxins and waste we move within the head area, the facial area, into the body, ready for elimination. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing. I also have a community. I have products which I really am passionate about and I love in my description box down below if you're interested. And please comment down below. Tell me how you found this, where you're from, and also if there's any other facial massage techniques you'd love me to share with you. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.